I thought this was going to be the best trick ever. Oh, boy. Was I wrong? Oh, what have I done? It's all my fault.
Eek said, feeling ashamed.
We all make mistakes, Eek. What counts is what we do next to make things better,
said Sauerpuss assuredly.
What we need to do is find that great golden pumpkin and get it back to where it belongs. Maybe then things will get better. We should get going because it's getting close to trick-or-treating time again. Let's go!
They all knew what had to be done and agreed to find the great golden pumpkin with the hope of getting things back to how they were. So with a clear mission, the group of now 5 set off and found themselves deeper and deeper in the mountain caverns.
Ho-ho! Welcome back, friends, to our latest Sauerpuss Adventures on Halloween Island. Let's see what the great Mountain of Spirits has in store next for our friends.
As they walked, they could hear eerie sounds of ghostly spirits, but could not make out where the sounds were coming from because of the echoing. It wasn't long before they began to hear the sound of running water, like a stream.
We must be close, said Eek. I could hear the water when I neared the big cavern. We must be careful here because the pathway is narrowing and is very slippery.
Just then, out of nowhere swooped down a group of bats and flew right at them. Sauerpuss tried to avoid the bats, causing him to slip, and he began to fall over the edge.
Sauerpuss, look out!
Exclaimed Rachel. Rachel quickly reached as he was falling, but she could not get to Sauerpuss in time as he fell out of sight. One bat was able to grab Candy and flew away with her. She cried. The others shooed the bats away. As quickly as they had come, the bats flew away. They were relieved, but now Candy was gone, and so was her light, and Sauerpuss was separated from his friends. However, lucky for him, Sauerpuss had fallen just a level below and was able to land safely.
Sauerpuss, are you okay?
Rachel yelled down to Sauerpuss below. Although he could not reach, Sauerpuss called up.
I think so, but I can't reach you from here. I'll go this way and find a way to meet up. We have got to find the great golden pumpkin.
I will go with Ick and Eek and we'll find a way down to reach you. Let's go, you two.
So the friends were then separated. Rachel, Ick, and Eek went on their way with Eek leading. And now alone, it was up to Sauerpuss to make his way through the darkness and to try to find a way back to his friends and to find the great golden pumpkin. As he made his way through the darkness, Sauerpuss could see a faint light illuminating the curved walls far down the winding cavern. He continued to look, and he could see that the light was moving, and was moving fast. The glow was seemingly headed directly towards Sauerpuss. With the light suddenly only a few meters in front, he immediately recognized the colorful warm light. It was Candy. Somehow, she must have been able to escape from the bats. Sauerpuss was happy to no longer be alone. Candy was also happy to find Sauerpuss. She had been looking all over the caverns for her new friend. Now she could light their way together. So Sauerpuss and Candy began making their way through the cavern. The path seemed to keep getting narrower as they went along. They continued to hear eerie sounds echoing around them. Then they came to the end of the narrow cavern path, which turned into a vast open space.
Whoa!
Sourpuss said in awe.
Could this be the Great Pumpkin Chamber?
As they looked around, they thought that it must be the place where the great golden pumpkin once proudly beamed brightly. Except for Candy's glow, the chamber was very dark and looked empty. All that was there was an expansive stone ring held up by pillars that encircled a larger single stone pillar in the center. The large pillar appeared to be suspended in the air by some sort of magic, hovering above a dark, bottomless cavern below. There were no pumpkin guardians to be found, except for one lone creepy stone pumpkin at the end of the ring's opening. Even with no great golden pumpkin to be found, the grand chamber was still an amazing place to see.
As they continued to look around, they heard something flutter above them. Then it flew back again. It was another bat. "Oh no, not bats again,"
sighed Sourpuss, but the bat kept fluttering around them. It seemed as though it wanted Sourpuss to follow it. Knowing that they still needed to find the great golden pumpkin and their friends, Sourpuss and Candy thought that they had nothing to lose, so decided to follow the bat. They would explore yet another windy tunnel. The bat zoomed ahead. Sourpuss started to run in order to keep up with the bat, but then thought perhaps that might not be such a wise decision. However, it wasn't long before the bat stopped. When Sourpuss and Candy caught up with the bat, it had landed near a very large object. The object looked like it was made of deep, dark purple glass.
"I wonder what that is?"
questioned Sourpuss. Candy then flew above the object and increased her glow. If you like this content, give us a thumbs up.